Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Karen and welcome to A Nest Full. Today I have a review for you guys. It is on this foundation, the Maybelline, what is it called? Super Stay Full Coverage Foundation. Turn this around here. So I know this has been floating around YouTube and everybody is reviewing it, and I just wanted to, I was looking for a foundation that I could wear for filming, because some foundations are really pretty in everyday light, but behind the lights from the camera and everything else, they may not show up as well. So typically I like very light coverage foundations, and so I wanted to find a full coverage that I could wear to film with, that I could get that a more polished look on camera. And so I decided to try this one because everybody and their brother has been talking about it. So yeah, I decided to get it and try it out. Well, the other day when I went to film it, I sat down, I had everything ready because we were going to Winter Jam that day. And so I figured, what better wear test than to test this out at a foundation where we're going to be jumping around and we're going to be standing outside and everything. And I really wanted to try it out for you guys. And so I got everything ready and I sat down and my camera died. And so I didn't get to film that day. Now I did film my end of the day check-in that day, which I will put at the end of this video so you guys can see how it held up at a concert. But I wanted to sit down and just film myself applying it and also give you my thoughts and follow myself throughout the day today so that you could see how it wears on a normal day as well. And also, I did not like this foundation when I first tried it the other day. So I really wanted to try it. I really wanted to try it again and just see if maybe, because the first time I used it with a Becca primer, and I really strongly did not like this foundation. So I wanted to give it another try. Today I wore it without primer just to see if it would apply differently, if maybe I would end up liking it, because it really is an affordable full coverage foundation. So if you would like to see me applying this and my check-ins throughout the day and how it wears and then my final thoughts, then just keep watching. And without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so I am just going to go ahead and jump into applying this right quick. I'm going to use a sponge today because when I tried it the other day, I didn't like it with a brush. It left streaks all over my face. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply this real quick so you guys can see how it applies. I'm going to be honest. Oh my gosh, y'all, I hated this foundation the other day when I tried it. So I don't know. And I couldn't really find a good color for me because I contacted their customer service, and this is shade 112, and customer service said that this was a neutral shade, but I don't know if it's just my skin or what, but it pulls real pink on me, I think. You guys have to let me know what you think. But okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and bounce this on with this sponge is from the Vintage Cosmetic Company. It's a little firmer than my Real Technique sponge. I can do a review on their sponges if y'all would like. Just let me know in the comments down below. Now when I wore it the other day, I wore it with my Becca, what is this called? First Light Primer. I used it with this. And so today I'm using it with nothing because I want to see if maybe it was the primer that, maybe the foundation just didn't like the primer or something. I don't, this just feels like a lot of work to me to get this on. I don't remember any of my other, I don't really have another foundation that feels like this much work. But I feel like I've got to blend and blend and blend. I don't know. it just looked like really, it grabbed onto like all of my dryness, and it just, and I'm wondering too, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try it in a different shade and see if maybe a different shade will make a difference. I don't know. Maybe to go on better. I can't really tell right now on the camera like how it's going on. So I'll have to play right. See, I don't get full coverage out of it. Can you see like the spots showing through? I may speed this up if it's taking too long when I go into editing. But yeah, like, and some of it could be too because I'm not a full coverage girl. Like, I like more natural foundations, guys. I'm not like real big on you know, heavy. I kind of say like just first impressions of this sponge, I kind of like it better. It's a little bit firmer than my Real Technique sponge, but not in a bad way. That makes sense. Okay, now I will say this. It looks like it's applying a lot better today than it did the other day. So maybe I will end up liking this. That's why we don't go with first impressions, because if I would have filmed giving y'all my first impressions the other day, I would have told you I hated this foundation. So that's one reason why it's good to wear something a few times and try it out different ways, you know, before you make up your mind real firm about a product. Let me look close at it. I do feel like though, it gives you a makeup-y look. If y'all know what I mean, like it looks like you have a makeup. It's not real natural. So I have noticed that about it. But even still, I'm not getting the full coverage some girls get with it. So okay, I am going to go and put on the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. Hey y'all. Okay, so it is now 2:27 and this is my first check-in. So far so good. It's holding up pretty good. Still, I mean, it's not my favorite foundation, but I don't notice it breaking apart or getting oily anywhere. So I've had it on for, like I said, just over 2 hours. I don't really care for how like my nose looks right in here. If you guys can see, like, you can really see my pores. It didn't do a really good job like covering them, but it does look better and it is sitting better on the skin than it did the other day when I used the Becca primer. So I mean, much better than it was the other day, but it's very comfortable so far. Like, it doesn't feel heavy or anything on the skin, so I do like that it does feel comfortable on the skin, but it does seem to want to grab like my dry patches and stuff. But so far it's so good. Like I said, it's not breaking up or anything, but I will keep updating you guys throughout the day as the day goes on until this evening. But yeah, so I mean, holding up pretty good so far. So I will see you guys later today. Hey guys, check-in number 2. It is 5:17, so it's been a couple of hours, well, about 3 hours. Foundation still holding up about the same, and I have some close-up shots that I just took of the makeup, so I will post that somewhere in the video. I'll link it or I'll put it up here in the corner or something. Just some close-up shots of everything. Y'all like my mom knots up here. So anyway, I just wanted to check in. Like I said, it is just after 5 o'clock. It's been about 3 more hours and we're still holding strong. So this is just not my cup of tea. So I think I am going to be taking this back. I didn't like the way it held up. I don't like the way it wears. It grabs onto like my dry patches, and I don't even have that many dry patches right now. But like, just looking at how it wore today, I'm not impressed. It kind of wore off like up in here around my eyebrows, and I don't know, it's just cakey, and I don't like the way it makes my skin look. Which, like I said earlier, I typically like, well, I say I like more natural foundations, but I like the It Cosmetics CC cream, and that one is more of a full coverage, but maybe it's just because it's dewy. So the good points to this foundation, it is super comfortable. Like, it's now, I mean, you guys can see it is now 10:35. If you guys can see that. I don't know if you can see past the glare on my phone, but it's now like 10:35 in the evening. I've had this on since about 11, 12 o'clock this morning, so I've had it on right at 12 hours. And it doesn't feel heavy or cakey as far as how it feels on the skin. So it's super comfortable. And I've had it on several hours. I mean, I guess like as far as this type of foundation goes, it held up well. It's just not my cup of tea. It's not my favorite. So I'm probably going to be returning it because I just don't like it. And I've tried it now with the Becca primer. I've tried it with no primer. It did sit better on the skin without a primer. When I wore it with this, like I told you guys earlier today, this is the Becca Instant Complexion Refresh. Y'all, it's late. First Light Primer Filter. I don't know if it was just the combination of my skin type with this, you know, coupled with this foundation. They did not get along at all. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but if you've tried these two together, please leave it in the comments below. But for me, they just didn't work together. When I wore those two together, the foundation just sat on top of my skin, and when I would try to put it on with a brush, it would just leave swirl marks. And like when I tried to blend it with the blender, it was almost like I had a layer of like oil or something between my skin and the foundation was just kind of smearing around on it and breaking apart. So it did not work well with that primer. Today it did work better. It did set better on the skin, but it's just not for me. It doesn't look good on me, and I'm not a super full coverage type of person. I like to be able to see my skin through the foundation. But if you like full coverage, you may want to try this. Now, to me, this is shade 112 Natural Ivory. I felt like it pulled a little pink on my skin. I looked at my footage from earlier. It doesn't come across on camera that way, but in person, you can really see it. Another thing, like I told you guys earlier, a few days ago, I sat down to film this review and my camera died. But we were going to a concert and I didn't want to miss out on that chance to do that wear test. So I don't know if I'll insert it before this or after this, but I will insert footage of me like giving you my opinions of it the night after the concert, because it just did not look good. It really did not. It was horrible. I wanted to wash my face, and like as I was putting it on, I wanted to go wash my face, but I love you guys. And so I was dedicated to this review. Like I was dedicated to the process. So I saw it through to the end, even though I looked crazy like the whole night. But we were in the dark, we were at Winter Jam, and it was a concert, so you couldn't really see that well anyway. But anyway, so those are just my final thoughts. Like I said, if you like full coverage, this may be a product that you're interested in. I didn't find it to be super full coverage, although other girls on YouTube did. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to tell you guys about it. But just for me, if you have dry skin, you may want to avoid this. I will say it did stay pretty matte throughout the day. I didn't have a lot of trouble with oil, but I'm the type of person, I don't have a lot of trouble with my makeup lasting all day anyway. It's during the summer, yeah, but during the winter, spring, I don't have a lot of trouble with like my makeup rubbing off and all of that stuff anyway. So yeah, for me, it's, I don't know, I just didn't like it. But it did, like I said, it did kind of wear a little funny up in here, and it does look like, it's worn off some in here. So yeah, dry skin, you may want to avoid it. If you have normal to oily, you may like this. I just didn't. It just wasn't my cup of tea, so I'll be returning it. That wasn't my favorite. Hey guys, it is, let me see, what time is it? It is 1:58 in the morning. We just got back from Winter Jam, and I sat down to film like this makeup look and do, like, I wanted to do a review on the Maybelline Super Stay foundation for you guys. But when I sat down to film, my camera battery died. So I wasn't able to get this look on camera. But I'm probably going to do a like another video to show you how I got this look, which it's faded now, but we've been at a concert all day. But I at least wanted to go ahead and film like what the makeup looked like after being at the concert all day, because I don't go to a lot of concerts. So like if I didn't film the after of the makeup, then I don't know when I would get another chance to like really test it out and do a wear test like I did tonight. We got there at 2:30 and we stood outside for a couple of hours, and then at 4:30 went inside, and we were in there till like 11:30. So like this is a really good wear test. And then like I've had it on since about 11 this morning. So that's like over 12 hours. This is what, 14 hours worth of wear. So anyway, like I said, I don't know when I'll get a chance to really do this thorough of a wear test again. So I thought I would go ahead and just record like what it looked like and give you my final thoughts on it. If you can see, like I'm kind of oily up through here, oily looking, that's highlight. I don't know if you can see, I'm having to film on my phone. Like, can you see that? And like right around my nose and how it's breaking apart. I didn't like this foundation because from the very get-go when I first put it on, it clung to all of my dry patches, any type of skin or like any dry skin or anything I had, it clung to it. It just sat really weird on top of the skin. And I used like a primer that I've used before, so I may try it again without that primer, either by itself or with a different primer. I used the Becca Backlight Primer, the purple one. What is the purple one? Anyway, the purple Becca primer, which is really good, and it usually works on most of my foundations, but it just, like, I don't know if you can see up in here. It just was not, and I know, and the bad thing is, like, it looked like this almost from the get-go. It just, this is how it went on. And so I want to do another video of it later. But like, so this is what it looks like. I will say this. I will give it this much. For it to be such a high coverage foundation, it's incredibly comfortable. Like I feel like I don't have any makeup on, but I have on a full face of makeup. So yeah, anyway, I just wanted to pop on here and give you guys a look, and I'm going to try, if not do this look, at least another look, you know, with this foundation so you can just see what it started out looking like. But yeah, I am not impressed. I don't like it. I may keep it just for filming because like when I first applied it, it does film well. So I may keep it like for when I want to do tutorials that have a, like a real full coverage, you know, look on days when I don't want to do like a natural look. But other than that, I don't know, unless I can figure out how to make it work, that I'll be wearing it again. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching today. Thank you for watching my review on the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Foundation. I have to keep looking because I keep forgetting the name. I hope you enjoyed watching today. If you like this review, please give this video a thumbs up and let me know if you guys would like to see any other reviews on foundations or what you would like to see me review, and I'll be happy to do that for you guys. If you have not already, please consider clicking below and subscribing, and also click that bell. That lets you know, like, if I upload any new videos, you'll get a notification that lets you know I've uploaded it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Thank you so much and have a blessed day, and I'll see you next time.